Well, here we are. Can't believe, you never know who's going to trip upon the Saturday morning show. And because of my buddy Jeff Bell, that we were just speaking to earlier, and the connection he has and has had for many, many years with the Kingsmen, I said, "Oh yeah, the Kingsmen. Can you make a phone call for me?" So he says, "Are you kidding me? I know Dick Peterson." So he wouldn't give me your phone number. So he's off to the side here, kind of. I guess he's making sure that I don't get in any trouble. There, yeah, there's.
There you go. Hey, Lord, how you
doing? Yeah.
Good, thank you. Hey, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm sure Jeffrey is everything he's told you he is.
and more.
And more, right, right. Yeah, it's funny. We grow up around the corner from each other, and both of our dads were in radio. But I didn't know when Jeff was disappearing during the summer that he was actually on the road with you guys. So I guess you guys go pretty far back. So Dick, when did you first join the Kingsmen? When was that?
I joined the group in January of 1963, and the controversy hit in February. Actually, let's see. Yeah, it was February of '64 is when the record was banned.
Okay, okay. And you had just joined, and then the record was banned?
I had done like 5 rehearsals and a couple of gigs, and all of a sudden we got a call, from Alabama. Are y'all the Kingsmen? Yeah. Well, y'all sell that song, Luai Luai. And we're like, yeah. And he says, well, do y'all swear in that song? Do you say the F bomb? We're like, what? And hung the phone up because we thought it was a crank call. Within a couple of weeks, the governor of Indiana banned the record, and the UP and AP press services were calling us saying, what are the lyrics to Louie Louie? We're going, what's this all about? And, it was only took a week until the William Morris Agency called and said, you guys want to do a tour? And from then on, we were on the road for 5 years trying to tell everybody the truth.
And is there really a truth to it, or is that still something that everybody?
Yeah. The truth is, first of all, the recording studio was not a professional recording studio. They did things like ocean soundtracks and gun soundtracks and things like that. They were really an industrial recording studio. When the band went in for $36, could record 3 songs. And Lynn was our leader, and Lynn's dad had a friend in a cruise liner, and the group wanted to play for the summer on a cruise liner. And so they wanted to know what kind of Jamaican songs the band knew. Well, Louie Louie has a Jamaican lyric. And the Kingsmen at that time, we weren't into reggae at all. The band wasn't into reggae since 1958 when the group started. And when you don't understand reggae, and Louie Louie was written as a reggae song by Richard Berry in the 50s. And when you don't understand it, when you're doing da ooby doo ga bon doo ba ooby doo ba ooby doo ba da da, well, the Kingsmen hear that as bum 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 bum. Okay, and then when you get only a couple of microphones hanging from the ceiling, and you can't really hear the vocal, and it is the Jamaican lyric, me see Jamaica, the moon above won't be long, me see me love, and your ear is trying to hear English, and you can't really hear a garbled vocal. It's mostly bass and drums with some guitar that's screaming ass loud. When you put all that into a mix and a bunch of guys having a great time, Bing Crosby told me once, you can sing White Christmas to Louie Louie and it fits just fine. So when the controversy started, the band was not aware of this dirty lyric thing, because these kids from the University of Alabama, they tried to decipher the lyrics. And when we were asking, how do you even know Louie Louie? It seems as though there was this disc jockey, a really good friend of ours. I love him to death, Arnie Woo Woo Ginsburg out of Boston. And he was on a 50,000 watt station, and it was beaming all the way down to Alabama, all the way down the East Coast. And he had gone to a recording convention, radio and record manufacturers and record labels. And Jerry Denon, a friend of ours, had pressed up a few hundred records, and he took it to the convention and he was passing them out. Well, Marvin Schlachter from Scepter Records kind of gave him the most attention, saying, you know, he was a really nice guy, and he spent some time with Jerry. Jerry's looking to get a national label, and Woo Woo was there, and he got a record. Well, Woo Woo Arnie was on a quest to find the worst record ever recorded, and when he went back to the station and put Louie Louie on, he thought that is definitely the worst record ever recorded. And he would have the kids call in every night and rate the record. Which one is worse, this one or this one? Louie Louie was the quintessential winner, night after night after night after night. And you know, when you hear something long enough, you start liking it.
So
and it was that jungle rhythm and the beat. It wasn't.
So excuse me, Dick. So was it consistently the worst record every night?
Every night, yeah, kept winning the worst record every night. And then pretty soon the kids started liking it, and they were, you know, in fun. It's a jungle rhythm beat, Dan. You can dance to it. Arnie called Jerry and said, you know, I think this thing will sell up here. I'm playing the heck out of it. It's winning the worst record every night. If you put some out, have you? And Jerry, of course, being naive, he said, well, I think we have a national label. Let me call you back. So he called Scepter. He called Marvin Schlachter and said, you know, what about Louie Louie? At the same time, Arnie Ginsberg was calling Marvin. They were friends. And he said, you know, if you get this Louie Louie thing pressed up here, you're going to sell a lot of them. And he's like, well, are they on your label? He said, oh, yeah, sure they are. We didn't even know what they were talking about. When they hung the phone up, Marvin was all over the record company saying, anybody know anything about this Louie Louie record we have? We've got to get some up to Boston. So they found the record, they put it on, and Marvin's like, this can't be it. No, this is horrible. And so he called Arnie and said, you know, on the phone, is this the record you're talking about? And he goes, yeah, that's it. And he goes, we'll have them out next week. They put some out. It started climbing the charts. Then the kids in Alabama found it. Christmas came, you know, in '63. Christmas came and kids went home for the holidays, told their parents about this subversive record that had swearing on it, all these dirty lyrics. One of them was well connected with the governor of Indiana. And the governor of Indiana then said, this can't be, we'll ban the record.
Oh my God.
Once he banned the record and the APUP got a hold of it, then J. Edgar Hoover got into it, and the FBI started investigating us and sending people out on the road because they even heard a rumor that we were performing